Alright. Hello everyone. Today we're going to continue on with Endwalker. And we are going to the one place that has not been tainted by Ascians. Space! We're gonna go to Ultima Thule today. Probably. Hopefully. That's what they said we were gonna do, so hopefully that's what we're doing. Let's head on into the Baldesion Annex and talk to the Unjika and get on with it. Unto the heavens. Ojika Sunjika is ready to send you off with a smile. I suppose this is where we part ways, for now at least. Would that I had sage words of wisdom to share ere you depart. Mayhap the teachings of Golf Baldesion will suffice? Surrender not to anger or hatred, he said. Look beyond them, and there finds true strength. What one sees beyond is open to interpretation, I think, but for me, it would be the things I cherish most in life. Things I believe are worth fighting for. Something to consider as your venture unto the Sea of Stars. Let's see, where are we supposed to go? Speak the Fortunal at the spaceship? Yes. Let's go over to Aporia and run on over there. Yep, I guess we gotta go talk to everyone. This is gonna be a long reading stream, isn't it? Oh yes, I know. Your reputation in the rumor mill precedes you. At any rate, how might I help you? What do you do? Okay, let's ignore this person. Let's just talk to the real main characters. Quick, quick, quick! Alpha appears to be trying to cheer you on. Bleep, bloop. The miniature model of Omega appears to be staring intently at the Ark. Man is said to feel what he does not know, yet you would venture unto the greatest of unknowns. I say to you, daughter of man, I'm doing the wrong accent, whatever, that you need not fear. So long as man shares a bond with dragonkind, so too does share our kinship with the heavens, and our ancient home amidst stars infinite. I pray you go forth and prove to a bond of ours, tempted and tested, shall endure unbroken for the thousand years. First the great Exodus, and now this. It seems there's no end to our work. In truth, more than a few gleaners were distressed to learn that their earlier efforts were for nothing. It was no easy task convincing them that the new plan was for the best. I can tell you that. I can't tell you every man believes this is the wisest course, but I can say that all will be forgiven if you deliver us from the coming doom. And if you don't, well, at least you won't get an earful. I certainly will. The earful, I certainly will. It troubles enough that the brute Sicard left without warning, leaving me to carry all those cumbersome containers. But that he failed to present to send you off is absurd. What could possibly be more deserving of this attention at a time like this? It is no easy thing to say, leave the star to us, but we must, and we will. As proud members of the Scions, we have a duty to uphold. And we needed to do so alone. Those dark days when we were driven from the Rising Stones and hunted as traitors are things of the past, and we have allies in abundance now. Which is to say, you don't need to worry about us. Go forth in the knowledge that the Scions will labor without rest in your absence. Though our fellow Scions couldn't be here, they wanted me to tell you that, no matter what calamity may befall us, they will never give up, and neither should you. No matter how far you may go, we will be with you in spirit. No matter how dark it may seem, your light will shine and endure. Mr. Skryl tells me your investigation into my theories on Akasa and its relation to the final days has made clear the source of our woes. I am elated to know my work was of some benefit, but I could not have shared it had you not rescued me from the tower that day. Yeah, I yet owe you a great debt, one I may never fully repay, but I shall try nonetheless. Not only through my research, but through my desire to see you succeed, which I believe may influence the Akasa in our favor. Small though the effect may be, yes, so long as we have hope, there is a chance we may influence the outcome of this calamity. We were quite fortunate that Lopert's Hyperhopper. I'll never get over that name. Hyperhopper was based on the principles similar to those of aetherology. Integrating it with the Ark's existing systems might well have been impossible otherwise. We may have Charlene's wealth of knowledge at our disposal, but theirs is technology far beyond anything we have ever studied. You are familiar with the teleportation magics, yes? The momentary conversion of the body into aether, and that it may travel via the life stream from one physical point to another. Their Hyperhopper enables teleport through a similar method, but not one involving the life stream. Rather, it utilizes highly condensed ether to create an etherical current of its own. This current is exponentially faster and more powerful than the naturally occurring ones which we are accustomed. So much so, in fact, that ethereal conversion of the physical form is not a prerequisite for travel. Interesting. If you are concerned about side effects, such as ethereal sickness, you needn't be. You should emerge at your destination hale and whole, in theory. At the very least, I can assure you it is safer than the experimental aetherites you used to reach Radzeton. I'm sure Thancred and Urianji will be very happy to hear that. Bonbrida has been on my mind more often of late. How different her life might have been if our research into teleportation magics. What? Oh, if not for our research into teleportation magics. Perhaps she would never have gained an interest in ethereological studies. But to abandon our work out of misplaced guilt for who she could have been would be disservice to the memory of who she was. Nay, it was because of her that we found the resolve to carry on, and now we stand at the edge of a new frontier with a ship ready to bear you unto the distant stars and beyond. This arc is as much her accomplishment as it is ours. I regret nothing. So, this is the ship that will bear us to Ultima Thule. Yes, Graha, yes it is. That when willful... These Rogan names. Willful Sun and Blowida. And Blowida should be in attendance is most unexpected, but I am nonetheless heartened by their presence. For so many of us, like this seems wholly unnecessary. Still, I'll not begrudge them for wishing us well. This is the pinnacle of etherochemistry, a synthesis of modern innovation in the ancient wisdom of Alug. The Ark's engine appears to be capable of processing condensed ether in quantities I never thought possible. I wasn't quite expecting so many people to be seeing us off. Sure, Thancred. Couldn't you be happy the ladies are here to cheer you on? All... one of them? Let us hear what Father has to say. They said work on the Ark is finished, but you certainly wouldn't know it by looking at it. I'll send word to the Alliance leaders the very moment the ship takes off. Obviously, they couldn't be here, but I'm sure they'll be cheering for you every step of the way. Quite the turnout, wouldn't you say? Then again, who wouldn't want to be present for a once-in-a-lifetime event? Okay, Livingway. And then Forshnold. The Ark is missing one last but very crucial component before we are ready to take off. It should be arriving shortly. Okay, Forshnold, Daddy, let's get going.
All present and accounted for? Good. As you will have heard, The Ark is ready. All that remains is to board and be on your way.
I've seen my fair share of tight schedules, but this was bloody murder. But we did it. We finished the ship. It's safe, fit for purpose, and looks good to boot. Aye, it's a Garland through and through.
Surprised Nero hasn't made any comments yet.
I really don't know what we'd do without you. Thank you for everything.
Don't mention it. Ever since that episode with Omega, I've been toying with the idea of starfaring vessels.
Of course he has.
And as they say, necessity is the mother of invention. We've learned a lot, let me tell you. In case you're wondering about payment, the ongoing existence of the world ought to do. But feel free to throw in a colorful recounting of your journey on your return. So, have you thought of a name?
I personally like the Hyperhopper.
A name? Wasn't everyone just calling it Father's teeny tiny toy boat?
Well, seeing as its purpose has changed, I thought a more eloquent name was in order. I suggested as much to Fortuno, who seemed quite amenable to the idea.
As you know, this vessel is the culmination of heretofore unprecedented collaboration.
As long as they don't call it the
Collaboration is
Endwalker or
owed to
something
the
stupid like
Scions.
that.
There is another whose noble deeds made our work possible. From a fragment of Dalamud, we obtained not only advanced materials such as refined adamantite, but the knowledge to traverse the stars. And this fragment would not have found its way to us had the Archon Louisoix not fought to protect this world, and in so doing, laid down his life. Now that the vessel stands complete, I cannot help but wonder if it was more than mere happenstance. If it was my father's intention to guide us here. In the hopes that his guidance will see you all safely home, I name the vessel after that self-same fragment of Dalamud he delivered unto us. The starship Ragnarok.
That's a bit ominous.
Sorry for the wait. I got everyone you asked for, and not a one less.
Oh, okay. Of course, then nobody's gonna tell Emmanuel. Oh, it's an invasion. Kill them all.
What are you all doing here?
Oh, I invited them. The representatives of those tribes with religious inclinations.
That's one way to describe them.
You've done a fine job of readying the Ragnarok, but for it to take flight, we'll of course need the power of the Mother Crystal. Given its immense size, however, transporting it would be an absolute logistical nightmare, not to mention we'd need to shatter it into tiny shards for feeding to the engines. But a brilliant idea came to me. We convert the crystal's energy into forms that can transport themselves!
What?
Thou wouldst employ summoning, or should I say its precursor, creation magics.
Care to explain for our benefit?
Yes, please, Zuriandre. Not all of us
As you
are
may have
giga-brained
witnessed
like
at
you.
Bestways Burrow, the Loperids are capable of creation magics, which they use to shape the moon's environment. Yet simple though they make it seem, 'tis a highly advanced and exacting art. To perform it correctly requireth that the wielder holdeth the object in his mind's eye in clearest detail.
Hence the ancients' meticulous management of concepts.
Drawing upon this art, the Ascians conceived of summoning as we know it. A derivative that replaceth the complexity of concepts with the simplicity of zealotry to make manifest a creation.
I see. By combining the Loporrit's magics and the tribe's faith, we convert the Mother Crystal into primals of purer form and greater obedience.
Hopefully we don't have to go and kill all of those
Summoning
primals.
as it was intended, one might say.
Indeed! Indeed!
You're gonna have a trial roulette or something?
While Hydaelyn gave us the ability to use creation magics, she forbade us from using it to make anything possessed of a soul, or similar. She didn't say anything about fulfilling the desires of others, though. So, borrowing our friend's faith, we'll create deities using the Mother Crystal's power and send them to the Ragnarok!
Am I the only one here concerned about the risk of being turned into a tempered minion?
Oh, right, I was getting to that. From what I've read in Sharlayan tomes, it appears the Ascians incorporated an additional nasty element into their summoning method. The fervent desire to assimilate others into one's belief.
So we're just, like, not gonna do that, right?
Beings thus created are instilled with the self-same desire and use their powers to enthrall people, starting with the summoner. In contrast, our creation magics, the original and the best, except no substitutes, don't incorporate any of that rubbish, so there's no risk of tempering. I mean, if the being was on the scale of Zodiac, you might feel a little tug, but I think we'll be safe enough.
Oh, that's nice.
Truth be told, I do not understand the intricacies of this plan. But none of us would ever turn our backs on you. When the avatars of our faith ran amok, you intervened without decrying we who birthed them. Where others vilified and suppressed us, you offered understanding and friendship. In gratitude, we will share with you the true expressions of our gods, not malevolent deities, but benevolent saviors.
Alright, you lot, we're heading to the ethereal sea. Stay in sight, else you're liable to get lost.
They're just going down there?
Lead the way!
That seems slightly dangerous.
May we have a moment? In anticipation of the day man might journey to the stars, we developed these.
Portable teleportation devices. One for each of you, designed to work in tandem.
So we can teleport to each other?
Press the button on one, and in a matter of moments, all 8 will activate and send their owners back to the Ragnarok. There is no telling what hazards you may encounter. If you find yourself separated or lost, please do not hesitate to use them. Be safe, all of you, and come back.
You as well. I pray you take care.
Looks like everything is in order, so I'll go ahead and board. A few of my fellows will remain to assist with the summonings, but rest assured, the vessel won't want for competent crewing.
If you are ready, then you should board as well. Go, and Godspeed.
Well, guess we're gonna get on the ship, and Ragnarok does seem kind of ominous, since that's supposed to be like end of the world, but I guess that's kind of what it's supposed, the whole point. Ameliance will not be joining us, I'm afraid. She could not bear to watch our children embark on so perilous a mission. Make no mistake, I feel the same. I cannot tell you how many times I had to step away from my duties, so distracted by thoughts of all the ways it could go wrong. Even now, a part of me wants to drag them away and forbid, well, not that they would listen. So I will still see them off with pride in my heart and a prayer on my lips. For my children and for this star they love so dearly, you must prevail. Let's see, yeah, we didn't talk to them, they're new. The Ragnarok is a collective effort in every sense. The culmination of knowledge from the world's greatest minds, both past and present. Without question, the greatest ship ever built. I'll have to remember to thank Tataru for her timely provisions of food and drink. Poor Wedge would have long since given up from exhaustion otherwise. But now the rest is up to you. Come back safe, alright? You haven't forgotten anything, have you? No repairs or commissions? No delivery from retainers, perhaps? No? Well, if there's nothing else, have a safe journey. The world cannot end now, not when we've but scratched the surface of the lowest technological know-how. So run along now, and do what is you vaunted heroes do best. The world shall tremble before my genius soon enough, assuming you're able to prevent the destruction, that is. Let's see, who else? I guess the tribes didn't show up here. In that case, I'm not going to bother trying to talk to everyone again. I'm just going to get on the ship and let's get going. If you would come this way, I will direct you to the bridge. Upon boarding Ragnarok, some cutscenes will play. Everyone got their popcorn? Let's go. Oh, there's Sleeping Way. I was wondering where he was. He said he was the pilot of the ship.
Welcome to the bridge, everyone!
There we go, the voices sound closer
I hope you have
loud
everything,
enough.
because I can't be bothered turning back.
They're slightly louder than I meant them to be, but they're fine now.
Right then, make yourselves comfortable. We're setting off in just a moment.
It's incredible.
I mean, it's a spaceship.
This is Forshano. Can you hear me?
Yes, Daddy.
The preparations for the summonings are complete. In accordance with the 14th phase of the plan, we have moved the Ragnarok to the launch site. The gates are open.
This mixing is terrible.
You may depart when ready.
So, are we ready?
As ready as we'll ever be. Let's get going.
Oh, come on. The burnt-out star's got more fire in its belly. Try it again, with feeling.
Speech time. Issue the command to launch. Have Alphanode do the honors. Yeah, let's let Alphanode do it.
Me? But I...
No need to be coy, brother. Do it, and do it well.
If you all insist.
Onward unto the distant stars and beyond.
That's a bit much.
Ragnarok, engage.
Oh, sleeping I woke up.
Engage! Engage!
Imagine you have no idea the context of any of this and you just see this. Oh, that's it. That's interesting. Okay. All the primals we fought throughout our journey. Yeah, not couldn't tell what that was. Leviathan, the Sahagins, Ravana, or the Vath, the Bismarck and Moogles, the Vanu and Moogles, and Garuda for the Ixali.
That I must carry landwalkers into the sky! I cannot imagine a greater indignity!
Do not sulk so, for thy
that's
mighty
Ravana.
winds exist
No,
not
no,
only
not
to
Ravana.
buffet and batter.
That's Urianji's voice actor.
Yea, they may serve also to thrust forth with vigor. Such is thy glory, and thus it is an occasion to rejoice.
I believe that's
So
yeah.
come, let us revel.
I'm drawing a blank on the name. Susano. Oh, there's Bismarck.
So long as the wind blows freely, I suppose all is as it should be in creation. I will render unto them a storm, that they may pierce the firmament and fly free!
So we just basically create our own warp gate with Aether. Of course, it's gonna play this tune.
Still in one piece? Good. Sleeping Way? Report?
All's well. Fantastic, even. Thanks to the power of those primals, the engines are roaring and we're ripping along.
All values are also within projected ranges. Time to destination is 8 carats. Perhaps 7 at a pinch.
Carrots? So what's that in normal time units?
Alright! Let's go over some points of caution.
Thought we threw caution to the wind already.
Our destination, as you know, is Ultima Thule. Lest you wonder, the place is not a star so much as a patch of emptiness. That's the extent of what our equipment could determine, anyway. From what we know of Meteion, she's likely used dynamis to obfuscate her location.
So, in conclusion, we'll only know what's there when we get there.
The crew and I will see to it the ship's ready to take off at a moment's notice. We'll support the search as best we can, but it'll be your paws on the ground, assuming there is any. But everything will be fine, I'm sure. Hydaelyn believes in you, so you ought to believe in yourselves.
Believe in the me that believes in you, that believes in us all.
I wouldn't. Like waiting too long to use those portable teleporters of yours. Personally, at the slightest sign of trouble, I'd mash the button to bits. And you should as well.
Understood. We promise to be careful.
Well, that doesn't really mean anything, Alpha Node.
I suggest you brace yourselves. We're about to arrive and the vessel will shake a good bit.
Surprised Lopert face.
What is this? Something is... interfering with the equipment. Greetings.
Oh. Ooh. The fisheye effect. That's really creepy.
Greetings. Can you hear me?
Yeah, Meteion. Yeah, Bringer of Despair, that's a bit not right.
So this is Meteion.
Oh. Have you met one of my sisters?
No.
I don't remember meeting you myself. But I do know that you're from Atheris.
These camera angles.
All you had to do was wait. I would have delivered to you your ends.
The tilting camera.
We didn't ask for that.
Yeah, the slight tilt, it's supposed to make you unsettled.
I don't understand. All life is destined to end. Why choose to prolong your suffering? Effort, ambition, love, they amount to naught. Happiness, should you find it, is inevitably lost. Stolen away by events beyond your control. There is no logic nor meaning in it. You think there is. Convince yourselves. But it's all a cruel accident. Come now. I speak the truth. A truth you would recognize if you looked up at the night sky. Unbroken emptiness. Cold, dark, and silent. Your world, like every other, is but a blemish upon its perfect fabric. Life is an anomaly. It is unnatural and cannot continue. The sooner you accept this, the easier it will be.
Just to be clear, we're not here to argue with you. We know that life is fleeting, and that in the short time we have it, we're not assured happiness.
Indeed. I've seen far more sorrow in the eyes of many I've met. I myself have plenty of regrets. And one day they'll die with me. Gone to dust with my good deeds and unfulfilled dreams.
But we accept this. That our existence may seem pointless. That sorrow, rage, and despair will always dog our heels. And we press on regardless. That is why Hydaelyn guided us here. In her boundless love for mankind, she has prepared us for this trial, and in her name, we have come for you.
Yes, I sense it. A burning passion like unto fury. I know it well. For the same passion once burned in many a star before yours. Suffocated and extinguished now.
Jeez. I didn't realize I was playing a horror game.
You approach the bounds of my ultimatum, where emotions dictate reality, where resignation and acceptance unite to embrace the end, where those who yet valiantly cling to life cannot thrive.
I've got no words right now. Looks like Thancred did something.
By the Fury. Thancred?
Meteion has gone as well. Mayhap he awakened first and gave chase.
That wasn't quite like that. At least not what I saw.
Everyone, it appears we are at our destination. This is Ultima Thule.
Not that we knew what to expect, but I wasn't expecting this. From atmospheric composition to ambient temperatures, all reading to within permissible range. This place is capable of supporting life.
That's not what you would expect from this.
If that's the case, then Thancred may well have gone on ahead. Let's go and have a look. Meanwhile, I want the rest of you to perform a full inspection of the ship, as well as a biological scan.
So it was that the brave wayfarers arrived at last at Dream's End. In following their path walked and history written, I am made keenly aware of one truth. Though the curtains may fall again and again, so long as others take the stage, ever shall there be more tales to tell. So, let them bring it to a close, I say. let the curtains fall upon this. The final chapter in the tale of the star.
Ultima Thule.
Is this a dead star?
As I live and breathe, I live and breathe. Well, the environment itself shouldn't kill us.
Probably.
Well then, let us search for Thancred while exploring the area. The ship we leave in your care.